Hello everyone, I'm Jason Buck. It is August 28th, 2025, and this is my Palos Verdes real estate market update. Well, it hasn't been that amazing lately in terms of super busy. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that kids went back into school and people were busy. A lot of the times historically in August it's slow. People go on vacation before school starts, and school started last week. So open house wasn't super awesome. It's actually kind of good later in the day right now. I've been holding opens, and I have a couple of the listings that I've been monitoring, and I expect it actually to pick up. We got Labor Day weekend coming up this weekend, which is typically good, and then the market kind of turns on for a little bit before Thanksgiving. Then things kind of change a little bit through the holidays. So my point is, this is a really good time to buy. If you're looking for a home and you're interested, I'd call me right now. I've got a couple listings that I'm aware of, even some that are like really ready to go, and some fantastic deals. And I can't say it right now here because I want to talk to you and I want to help you get this great deal. But that's part of my business, is knowing the market, understanding what's a good deal and not, and then sharing that with my client. So make the phone ring, give me a call. All right, looking at the last week, well, actually, let me go back a second here. I talked to a lender friend of mine. He said that right now the rates are lowest they've been in the last 10 months, and that we're in the 5% range on jumbo for a 7.6 ARM. I can give you several referrals of lenders who to talk to and what the 7.6 ARM means. Basically, you would go interest only for a few years and then switch to a balloon payment. It's not a fixed rate, but it's a great way right now with a lot of speculation that interest rates are going to lower. So, and that actually ties into the market. I really feel like a lot of people have heard, oh, in September they're going to lower interest rates, and they're waiting for that to happen in order to buy. But here's the warning. When the interest rate lowers, it allows more people the ability to afford a home. It also creates a lot more competition. Then, if they're all bidding on the same property, that property might either get asking or over asking. Out of the homes that recently sold this last week, most of those did not go at asking. They went under the asking price. So, I mean, get a variable rate for a year or two and then switch to a fixed when the interest rate gets good, and don't compete to pay more for the listing when prices right now are good, sellers are ready to sell. It's one of those times where it's really, really good. Some other stuff, low sixes on a 30-year fix, that's not bad. Mid sixes on a higher QM loan. So if you want more information on that, I'd be happy to give you this lender. He happens to be a mortgage broker. I like him a lot. And there's some other lenders that I work with too that I really like a lot. So there's people that can help you. All right, let's get into it. Active homes, 31 active homes, of which 14 were price reductions. One of my favorites that came out this week was 529 PV Drive West. That's a beautiful, almost 100-year-old Spanish, great view, but it needs a little work. I didn't really like how the kitchen was down almost 3 levels. So you walk, there's from the street level you go down, and that's bedrooms, and then another down gets you to the kitchen. But great views from out the whole place, which is nice. Another one that came out was 14 Bronco for under $1 million. That's a lot. It's not really a house, so there's a rendering there. Couple others, the Paseo del Campo fell out of escrow. It's back on. There's some speculation that there's some issues with the front yard or things that the city needs to look at, or that may not be up to, it keeps falling out and dropping in price. Vista Mesa was a nice new one. That one was a modern home, really, really pretty setting, and it had an ADU to make it a 3-bedroom, so really a 2-bedroom with an ADU. Berry Hill came out, that's all right, but the one that probably wins is Camino Porvenir. It's a nice home in that 2.5 range for almost 3,000 feet with a big ocean view. So, the ocean views are amazing. It's really quite a treat to live with a view like that. Those are the new ones that just came out. The homes that are in escrow, 18. And what I like to mention are ones that sold fast, like under 8 days. One of those was Marne. Marne was a gorgeous view. I didn't really like the house that much because it needed quite a bit of work. It needed a little bit of floor plan adjustment, but Obviously, with that view and the canyon and everything else, it was really spectacular. Room to add on. I think someone could get in and really turn that into something special. Another one that went fast, 33 Cayuse, as well as 4358 Cartesian. That's over near Chadwick. That one was just cute, well priced, and it sold. And another one, Calle de Suenos. Nothing super awesome, no real view, but a clean home, and you know, people saw the value in it, and these all sold in less than a week. So that's interesting and good data there. Out of the ones that sold, we only had 7. So we're seeing more active, quite a few in escrow, not a lot of sales, and that's reflective of the last month. Of those sales, we had one in Rolling Hills, Roadrunner for 5.5, and another home that's just scratches your head, man, like Springcreek, listed at 1.5, sold for $1,050,000. Wow, I've got a lot of people that would take that deal. That's a third off. I mean, that's just insane. So, do you want to make a bid on something? See if you can get a third off. I'm not afraid to throw some offers out there, and I have some properties that I think are ready to negotiate. So, if you want to talk about it, I am available. I'll give you the stats, the comps. Check out the videos. I'm also trying to put these homes that I'm talking about in the link here, so it's easier for you to follow, or at least see the home that we're discussing. And I appreciate you watching. Thank you. And you know, give a call when you're ready, and we'll discuss the market. Palos Verdes is a wonderful place to live, and I'd be happy to tell you more about it. Thanks, and make it a great day.